Hi Taurus, welcome to your August 2022 monthly messages from Spirit reading. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Taurus. This will not resonate with every Taurus that watches this message, and because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Taurus, I highly suggest checking out your other signs in different placements. Hi, Cross Watchers. You're very welcome here if you're interested in a Taurus. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Taurus and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. My intentions for this reading, Taurus, is to channel and provide messages from Spirit for you for the month of August, to ask Spirit what will be unfolding in August, and if something has happened, I hope that I can give you that clarity through this reading that you may be looking for. And this can impact any aspect of your life: love and romance, career and finances, spiritual evolution. Whatever Spirit would like to bring forward shall be said. And if you have any beings of the light that you would like to welcome into this space, specific angels, ancestors, spirit guides, maybe even passed down loved ones, you're welcome to ask them to join us here now. So let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'll be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy before we get this going. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. All right, let's get this started. All right, Taurus. So let's see what's happening for my Taurians in the month of August. What will be unfolding? What does Taurus need to be aware of? Or simply Spirit, whatever Taurus needs to hear right now, so they remember these messages with whatever they face in August. Tell me that. Ooh, Taurus, you have heaven coming through, number 36. So for some of you guys, heaven's very close to you right now. If you have any passed down loved ones in heaven, maybe some of you have lost someone very significant to you in 2022, maybe even just very recently. Heaven wants you to know that they're watching over you, that they're with you, that they love you very, very much. It was weird, Taurus, that during the sound bowl, I started feeling ticklish. And I wonder if this person in heaven used to tickle you. Like I felt tickles on my waist. I felt tickle like near my feet. It was very strange, but maybe that's their way of letting you know who this person is that wants to make their appearance known to you, Taurus. I feel like you get signs from heaven all the time. Whether you find feathers or you find little trinkets that remind you of them, you see their name, you see their birthday, particularly on the clock. But for those of you that go through times and periods of course, missing someone in heaven, as we all do, they want you to know they're always with you. They're in the spiritual realm. And yes, of course, their presence is up there, but there's a part of them in their soul fragment that will always exist with you and within you. Especially if this is a family member, you have the same DNA, you have the same blood that flows through your veins. And even this person in heaven, if it is a family member, people in your family would say you're just like them, or that you remind them so much of the person who has passed along. For others of you, this could have been a friend you've known since high school, junior high, that passed away, that you still think about a lot. This is very specific, so bear with me for a second. But if this friend had a bit of a tough journey here on earth, battled a lot of demons. They want you to know that they're so much better in heaven, that they are enjoying everything that they can enjoy in heaven, that, they see that there's a lot of light codes and awakenings and things they weren't aware of on this earth that they're aware of now. And they cherish you. They cherish you a lot. They remember the times you were there for them when they needed you the most. But heaven wants to come forward for you now, Taurus. And what do they want to tell you about August? Let's see. Tell me about August for Taurus. The letter H is sticking out to me very strongly, as in Hayden or Haley. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. Tell me about August for Taurus. Beings who are present. Patience. Wow. So there's something they're asking you to have patience with. Maybe there's something that's starting to try your patience, but your prayers have been heard, Taurus. Anything you've been praying for, have hoped for, divine timing's at play here. And I know that's not everyone's favorite message to hear, but nonetheless, the truth's the truth. There's something that needs to be worked out. There's something that they're working out. Even these passed down loved ones are taking a hand in helping this manifest for you, Taurus, being a part of your spirit team that wants to help create this for you. But there's going to be some patience and there's going to be some time. But no, because it's taking a bit longer or because it hasn't happened yet does not mean it will not happen. But there may be some things in the background that you do not see that need to be taken care of first. For example, if you've been applying to your dream job, but there's just too many of those positions filled, there has to be something that clears that way for that position to be open for you to apply to. For some of you, I just heard be patient with yourself. This is a message I can relate to with my spiritual journey. There's things I'm very aware of, right? There's things I know, such as I know there are times as human beings that I give my power over to people, to situations that I can choose to separate that, right? I'm aware that, there's certain things that I hold to priority that aren't the most important thing. Yet, as human beings, we are programmed to think that we have to have this in our life in order to be happy. So with that awareness, yes, we know this, but then there's a part of ourselves that gets back to being attached or gets back to being or thinking that there has to be something that will fulfill me when really that all comes from within. And maybe there's certain struggles with that, struggles with acceptance, struggles of surrender that some of you guys are going through. And then you kind of are hard on yourselves when you go back into that hamster wheel type of thinking and circulation. But Spirit wants you to know, and your loved ones want you to know, Taurus, be patient with yourself through this growth. If you guys are on a healing journey, you're doing the healing, and that's the first step. Others of you, with this patience in heaven here, they're working on your prayer, Taurus. They absolutely are. They're working on your wishes. They're working on your goals. They're working on co-creating this with you. But something is taking a little bit more time. But, I always use the metaphor of when you're baking the perfect cupcake, let's just say, you're not going to pull it out of the oven when it's still doughy and gooey, right? You want it just so it's right. It wouldn't be enjoyable if you overcooked it, if you undercooked it, if you took it out and it wasn't ready yet. So Spirit wants you to know that it's in the works for you to receive this at the perfect moment in the perfect way at the perfect time. And you deserve no less to have what it is that you're asking for in the perfect timing, in the perfect form, right? All right, let's keep going. Tell me more, Spirit, that Taurus needs to know about August. Wow, Master Jesus is here for you guys. A man that needs no introduction, right? With forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father healing is possible at this time. Okay, guys, this is going to cut a little deep for some of you guys, but some of you, this passed on loved one could have been a father figure, or someone with masculine energy that, there may have been difficulty around the situation. If this is not for you, bear with me for a second, but difficulty around this connection, this relationship. There may have been some karmic past life situation that you guys, your souls signed on to be father and child in this lifetime that was difficult. And for some of you that resonate with that message, before this father figure can fully move on, Taurus, they want your forgiveness in some way. And maybe if they're not even in the 5D, this is what you're dealing with in the 3D. A father figure, or again, masculine energy, that was not the person you needed them to be, for your emotional fulfillment, for your emotional security. And maybe for some of you, that's where you need to be patient with yourself, because you're going through the painful experience of forgiveness. And forgiveness isn't always painful, don't get me wrong, but with this situation, I do feel it is. And what's painful about it is not the fact that, everything in the past happened the way it did, although that could be some of the case for some of you, but it's the fact that I feel whoever this forgiveness is, who Jesus is asking for you guys to forgive, there's a lot that they still can't do for you. And I think that's what hurts the most for some of you, and that's what lingers the pain on. Now, let's talk about forgiveness very quickly here, because a lot of people struggle with the idea of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not the purpose of accepting and allowing someone's bad behavior and saying that it was okay what was done to me, what they did to me. That is not what I mean by forgiveness, speaking for myself, and I believe most people. Forgiveness is the act of no longer letting the history, the experience of what has happened in the past through someone's actions to hold you imprisonment any longer. And the imprisonment is the anger. The imprisonment is the shame. The imprisonment is the sadness. And of course, we have to experience our emotions, but there are times when the experience fades away, but the anger still lives. The resentment still lives. And it's never for the other person, Taurus. It's always for you to forgive. And even with some of your passed on loved ones, or even your ancestors, with whoever, for some of you in the family, that this person, whoever this is that you need to forgive, if it is tied with your family, your ones in heaven know this person's story as well. And maybe there's some things that they wish they could have done differently, so this person could be more the person you needed them to be. But everyone in heaven wants you to heal so you can live, so you can love, so you can move forward with whatever it is that you want to create, and let go of any space that's taking room for this creation to come in for you, Taurus. But this is not an overnight process. It isn't. It never is. But at least you are doing the work and the steps to forgive. And for some of you, I wonder if this is forgiveness of yourself. Again, we've all been there. We've all reflected back on our mistakes or our past, and we wish we could have done things differently. But the past is the past, and the past does not have to continue to live on in your present. Only you can choose that. And if there is something that you just need to look in the mirror and say to yourself, Taurus, to release yourself from whatever you have had trouble forgiving yourself over, Spirit's encouraging you to do that. It helps me to go in the mirror, look in my eyes, and just say, Mermaid, I forgive you. I love you. You are a part of me and always will be. And we'll make it through whatever. But I love you. Know that. Any way that could resonate with your soul so deeply. And I wonder, Taurus, too, if part of this creation you're trying to make in your life is the final step is forgiveness. And I think you're closer to that now more than ever. But your spirit team, everyone in heaven, your angels are rooting you on in this because you are doing that courageous work. All right. There may be someone that will ask for your forgiveness, Taurus, and that is in your court to decide what to do with it. Again, that doesn't mean you have to allow them back into your life. But, I feel it's good enough to just even hear them out and then give yourself whatever closure you need from the situation. All right, let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say. Tell me about August for Taurus, Spirit. Ooh, the Empress. You are in your own energy, Taurus. Yeah, Taurus energy, Libra energy, Venus energy. And here's Archangel Gabriel with the number 3. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. So for some of you, you already are getting those contracts. You're getting the resources to start furthering this creation, right? Or some of you, again, maybe there's an influx of ideas, influx of creative drives that is coming through you that are being sent from your angels and your spirit guides in heaven to let you know this is a part of your purpose, Taurus, is to create. Whatever it is you've been working towards is something that is going to be a part of your life path that is going to enrich you and fulfill you. Now with the Empress coming in, I always have to put in there could be a chance of a pregnancy. And if that is something that is your message or that you've been working on, congratulations. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But yeah, I feel a lot of you, your spirit team in heaven are very impressed by your skills, are very impressed by your talents, are very impressed with the work that you've been putting in. You have the talent. You really do, Taurus, and heaven wants you to know that as well. But I think you guys are going to start to get those messages of interest, those clients, those people that want to work with you or want to sign you on, that want to sign you on to their team because you have something that is rare to find but can provide so much. Let's keep going. Justice. Libra energy. And here's Archangel Raguel saying, fight for justice and equality, rulings made in your favor, don't give up. Wow, yeah, so for some of you, there could be a significant court date that's happening for you guys in the month of August, and I do feel it's working in your favor. Now, others of you, this is just, again, the karmic balance that is in your favor, that spirit is working on to balance the scales, especially for those of you guys that have been through it. Recently or even, since the beginning, you weren't dealt with the easiest deck of cards, but look how far you've come, Taurus. And I do feel, your spirit team is quick to act on your behalf. If there is an energy, let's just say you're out with your friends and then there's an energy that wants to get to know you, that is looking at you from across the room, but spirit just knows, nope, that will not be right for Taurus. They send them away. They are fighters for you. They fight on your behalf. But know that what you're trying to create with the Empress, they're fighting to make happen. But again, there's some things out of your control that just need to be settled, but will be settled, will be handled. Let's keep going. Tell me more, Spirit, about August for Taurus. Page of Gabriel. Yeah, this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. You could have fire in your chart. says energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. And this is coming under forgiveness, right? So, you know, for this being the Page of Wands, this forgiveness could stem from something from your childhood. You know, that for some of you, you did not have the childhood that most experienced. And I feel that inner child is still alive within you, still wants to be a part of your soul, but is being a little clouded or being held back a little bit from whatever still has not been forgiven yet. And again, there's no judgment here at all. Guys, I'm struggling and I struggle with the same thing, truly. But once you start to just be aware of whatever is still holding in your heart, that is of resentment, that is of anger, that is of something that has been really a part of you, but is not really meant to be a part of you anymore. To give that inner child the attention, the love, the encouragement that someone else may have not have been able to give to you, will start to heal that. We'll start to further along this forgiveness. But I think, Taurus, there will be some sort of releasing and some sort of setting free of your inner child that is also going to help your creations. I think you've been creative for a very, very long time. You've always been imaginative. You've always been skilled and talented. And this was recognized even since you were younger. But maybe it wasn't supported. It wasn't validated. You didn't have the resources or the support that would propel you to getting, you know, those scholarships to take this to a level to where you could take it to class or college or university, or just really feel like this was meant to be yours because no one was congratulating you. No one was patting you on the back at the time. But you can do that for yourself, Taurus, now, right? You can give yourself that courage, that braveness, that encouragement of, I got this. I can have this. This is mine. It will be mine, and I'll get there. But for some of you, maybe at the end of the month, there will be an opportunity for you to excel at whatever it is you're trying to create. And maybe Spirit's saying it may take a little more time, but by the end of Leo season, or even by the end of August, there may be that one big break, that one message of opportunity that is going to propel you forward. Bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Number 5 with divine guidance. Yeah, divinity surrounds you, Taurus. And this is coming in with Archangel Sandalphon. And it says, the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So yeah, I feel, Taurus, that there's a lot you've been learning from other mentors, from other spiritualists, whether on YouTube or in your community, books that you've been reading about healing, about spiritual growth, maybe even about philosophies, about different religions, even with Jesus coming through, right? But you are divinely guided to have this creation. You are divinely guided every time you see that number synchronicity, that little trinket, those, same patterns that keep repeating. Those are divine guidance, and you need to trust the divine guidance that keeps on happening in your life. But Taurus, I do feel for some of you, you are going past and beyond what your ancestors could have imagined for themselves. And heaven truly is proud of you, Taurus. God is proud of you. Your spirit guides are proud of you. The goddesses you revered to are proud of you. You've learned a lot, and you now have that influence or that impact to be an example to others that will look up to you as being that person who's made it through it all, but did not let the darkness conquer, held the light. That is amazing. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and get one more card. And with this deck here, it's going to provide some sort of affirmation that you may need to remember throughout the month, or anything else Spirit wants to touch up on that didn't get touched up on during the reading. Anything else that Taurus needs to know about August, Spirit. Essence of God. Wow. Beautiful. And what it says is, the essence of God is within me. I was born magnificent. I'm the miracle I've been waiting for. That just filled my heart with so much love. It just gave a fire to my solar plexus chakra. I hope it did the same for you, Taurus, because I think this is what's going to carry you forward. Remember, you are the essence of God. Remember that you are the miracle that you are waiting for. And even your ancestors, your spirit team, your angels watching over you, know you're that miracle. And they're so happy you're on that earth representing them, truly and fully. Thank you so much, Taurus, for joining me for this reading. I really hope that this has resonated with you, or is giving you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in what's unfolding for you in August. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Taurus, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Taurus.